Both Congressman Ken Buck and Mike Gallagher are retiring, and it's kind of shady how they're doing it. It's kind of like a surprise attack, for lack of a better term. Now, I know Ken Buck for sure said that he was not going to run for re-election, so they knew he was retiring, but he decided to leave early, as well as Mr. Gallagher. He also decided to just leave early. Now they have some issues with elections coming up and they have some vacant seats. Why on earth would they do this? Well, how about for one, as soon as Trump secured the nomination for the Republican Party, he basically took over the RNC by putting his daughter-in-law as co-chair. And from what I'm understanding, that they're basically paying his legal bills right now, which I guess in a way kind of makes sense. But I don't think all of the Republicans are down with that, which I understand that as well. This money was not raised to keep you out of jail, especially when you're in the wrong. The problem is this shrinks the Republican majority to only one seat in the House of Representatives. I don't know about y'all, but I remember not too long ago the talks of this red wave that was about to take over the country. First of all, the red wave was more like a pink splash, maybe. And even with that, they're disintegrating the little lead or the little majority that they had. It just goes to show that this party is not together. And it's because it's two separate parties. You have your Republicans and you have your MAGA. Now, the funny thing to me is what I would consider real Republicans are now being called rhinos, the Republicans in name only. I feel like that's MAGA. MAGA is our Republicans in name only, in my opinion. Now, that's just my humble opinion. And of course, I'm nobody. I've said it before and I'll say it again. All Republicans ain't MAGA, and all MAGA ain't Republicans. Remember that. I was always taught that God is not the author of confusion, but the Republican Party claims to be all about God and is full of confusion. Who's writing their playbook? Because this thing is confusing. And then you have the lovely Marjorie Taylor Greene trying to remove Mike Johnson as Speaker of the House. I only got one question. Who you going to put there? Now, don't get me wrong. I don't feel sorry for Mr. Johnson in particular, because I really think he is a part of MAGA, but I guess he's not MAGA enough. He's not ultra MAGA, because I guess ultra MAGA would never work with the other side to make sure the government doesn't shut down. Ultra MAGA would just let the government shut down and the country suffer just to prove a point, just to say that the current administration can't keep things going. Now, of course, she's kind of stepping back on those claims, saying that it's really a warning, but that's not what she was saying at first. But I'm pretty sure she figured out she didn't have the support from the rest of her party that she thought she may have. Or maybe, knowing her, it may just be a ploy to get some attention, to get her face on TV, get her voice out there. Poor Marjorie Taylor Greene. Mike Pence, the former vice president of the United States, Donald Trump's former vice president of the United States, refuses to endorse Trump. Do you know what that says? It's one thing to not run with the guy again, but to then turn and say, I cannot in good conscience endorse him. I cannot imagine why more people aren't taking heed to Donald Trump's former right-hand man, for lack of a better term. He was the vice president. He was the second in command. And the second in command is saying this man should not be president again. Just think about that. Nikki Haley clearly isn't a MAGA or Donald Trump fan. And the thing about Nikki Haley is she actually has some supporters, a good number of supporters. Of course, it's not MAGA numbers, but the numbers she has are enough to hurt MAGA when it comes to the general election. I don't know what MAGA is going to do to embrace and bring in the Nikki Haley voters, but they're going to have to do something, and they better start doing it now. And I'm sure you know about the Republicans' crazy impeachment inquiry. Can y'all believe their star witness that they brought was a Russian asset? I can't even make that up. This is real life. And they are still actually going along with this. It seems to me every witness they have brought has done more to hurt their case against Biden than it has done to help their case. When do you figure out it's time to stop? These people know this impeachment stuff is over, but of course they have to keep the show going for the MAGA nation. And they're doing a pretty good job. They just looking like fools to the rest of the world. The GOP needs some HELP, ASAP. Now this video right here is about the rematch America does not deserve. This is Jay from Somewhere in the Middle, and I approve this message.